Hi. Let's try that again. Hi. Much better. My name is Alexander Kjerulf. I am the founder and chief happiness officer of a company called Woohoo. Yes, that is the name of the company. Always makes it fun to pick up the phone. Woohoo, it's Alex. And I have a question for you guys. Have you ever heard that there are over 200 words for snow in the Eskimo languages? Ever heard this? Yeah, supposedly they live in the Arctic. There's a lot of snow. And they have a lot of words for different kinds of snow. How many of you have heard this? Yes, it's absolutely not true. Turns out that's a myth. There was one linguist one time who wrote about this. It's not true. There are about the same number of words for snow in Eskimo as there are in English, where there's, snow, hail, flurries, sleet, drifts, that kind of thing. But there are, of course, differences from language to language. And there is a word. I mean, we're in Sweden. I know how it sounded, but I am Danish. And there is a word that exists only in the Scandinavian languages. And this word is, in Danish, arbejdsglæde. In Swedish, it's arbejdsglæde. Any Norwegians present? In Norwegian, it's arbejdsglæde. And in Finnish, it's called työilo. So we have this word in Scandinavia, and this word does not exist in any other language on the planet. We've checked. This word does not exist in English. They don't have it in France. They don't have it in Germany. They certainly don't have it in Germany. And this is not a coincidence, because we have a long tradition in the Nordic countries for focusing on happy workplaces. Now, I speak about this topic all over the world. I'm going to Prague next month, and that'll be country number 25 that I've spoken in, talking about happiness at work. And when I come to the rest of the world, people, in some countries, people haven't even discovered that it's possible to have a job you like. Okay, a lot of Americans, for instance, say, well, of course I hate my job. That's why I get paid, right? So what our work is really, we're trying to make the world happy at work, to spread this idea of arbejdsglæde to the rest of the world. And this is interesting, very interesting in the context of creativity. But first, I would like to show you an example of arbejdsglæde. And this is from, let's see if I can get this to work. Here's the video. There we go. This is actually from, I'm not saying that people are always unhappy in the rest of the world. So this is actually from a toilet in the US, from an airport toilet. And this is the restroom attendant. Her name is Valerie. And what you're looking at is Valerie's happy. Can I full screen that? Apparently not. Okay, we'll show it like this. That'll work.
No line, no waiting. Gotta go right now. Hey, how are you? Welcome to Valerie's Happy Restaurant. Come on in. Hey, girl, I'm trying to make everybody feel good. It's a good day. Sunshine on the outside, sunshine on the inside. No waiting, no waiting.
Yeah, that's I know. That's Valerie's Happy Restroom. Valerie, she's obviously very happy at work. If you ever fly to the airport in Charlotte, North Carolina, you can go into the ladies' room and meet Valerie. By the way, Valerie has a motto. Her motto is, don't worry, be happy. Getting back to creativity. How many of you would say that you work in a workplace where creativity is absolutely vital? Absolutely vital to be creative. Awesome. So how do you get, to be more creative? Do you need to be insane? Is that, and maybe that's a way, I don't know. I think a lot of workplaces have decided that the answer to more creativity is Apple products and weird eyeglasses. And while that is certainly a step along the way, I don't think that's enough, maybe. So looking at the science, I think we can say very clearly that creating a happy workplace also makes it more creative. That one of the best ways to make yourself more creative at work is to be happy at work, to actually have arbejdsglæde, to like what you do. And there's a lot of research behind this. If you want to look at just one, I highly recommend that you look at a book called The Progress Principle by Teresa Amabile. She's a professor from Harvard. She's been looking at what affects us at work. And in her work, and she's been studying people not in the lab, but in the workplace. And she found that if you are happy on Monday, You are more creative on Monday. You have more and better ideas both on Monday and on Tuesday. So there's sort of, and she explains that there's a cognitive effect that gets set up when you're in a good mood that makes you more creative. You have more and better ideas for 2 days after. There's other research from the lab that shows that when you are happy, when you're in a good mood, when you feel great, you are more open. You have let's say you have a better memory and you have a wider focus. You can see things that are not, you can think outside the box, as Simon talked about. On the other hand, when you're in a bad mood, when you're angry, when you're nervous, when you're stressed, your focus shuts down. You can only see what is right in front of you, and you cannot actually have new ideas. This is an ancient survival mechanism. So we know from the research that being happy at work makes us more creative. And it has many other advantages besides that. Not only are you more creative when you're happy at work, you're also more productive. You get more work done. You are more motivated towards new tasks. You are more optimistic. You believe that you can succeed. And all of this also means that happy workplaces make more money. In fact, there's a lot of research behind this. And if you ask me, the primary factor that will help you create a successful workplace is happiness. The primary factor that will make a modern workplace successful and profitable is if people like what they do. The question is, of course, how do you create a happy workplace? What does it take? And a lot of people believe that it's about salaries and bonuses and, gyms and massages and that kind of thing. And all of those are nice, but they don't make us happy. The big thing in Denmark for the last couple of years has been fruit. Is it the same in Sweden? I get these fruit baskets. And my question is, will anybody go home from a work day in Sweden today saying, I had an awesome day, I had 2 apples and a carrot? And probably not, right? So what is it that makes us happy at work? What is it that will make you go home from work on a regular, boring, rainy Wednesday saying, oh my God, what a great day. I can't wait to come back to work tomorrow. And looking at the research, I believe it comes down to 2 things. 2 things that it takes to be happy at work. And let's look at what those are. The first one is results. And results is when you know that you do good work. You make a difference. You contribute. And when you get visible results that you can actually see, I make a difference. And when you create meaningful results, where you can see, I'm not just ticking off items on my to-do list. I'm actually doing something that is meaningful to me on a personal level. I can see I'm helping my clients. I can see I'm making life better for this group of people. I can see I'm saving lives in Berlin. I mean, how meaningful is that, right? That feels awesome. That makes us proud. That makes us happy at work. And this is one of the primary things that makes us, that gives us Arbeitsglæde. How can we do that, though, on a practical level? Let's try it. Please stand up. Yes, we're going to try a little exercise here. Because there's one thing we're not very good at in Scandinavia, and that is praising people who do good work. And I think that's a shame, because when you praise people, that shows them they make a difference. It shows them they get results. And there are many ways you can praise people. If somebody in your workplace does good work, you can just go up and tell them. You can send them an email. You can mention it in a meeting. But a fun thing you can do is you can go up to someone, put up your hand, and give them a high five. Yes, let's try that again. Yes, because a good high five should sting a little, okay? So let's try that. Give 3 other people a high five. Go. Yeah, awesome. Now, stay where I am. That's if somebody does good work. If somebody does great work, you take it one step further. You put up your hand, you give them a high five, you stick up your thumbs and you go, you rock. Yeah? Do that to 3 new people. Go. Awesome. Thank you. Have a seat. This is not This is not something we Scandinavians are really used to. I think we need to learn to praise people. So what if you become the person in your workplace who's always looking out there, seeing who does good work and praising those people for it? I can promise you it will make them very, very happy. Another thing we need to do is celebrate great results. When we achieve something meaningful in the workplace, don't just take it for granted. Celebrate success in the workplace. Not enough workplaces do this. And by the way, if you want to give people freedom to be creative, I think we also need to do the opposite, which is celebrate mistakes. Celebrate failure. How many of you like Ben & Jerry's ice cream? Yeah, I know. They make awesome ice cream. And there are about, what, 50 different Ben & Jerry's flavors, I guess? Now, occasionally, Ben & Jerry's creates a new kind of flavor, a new kind of ice cream that nobody wants to buy. Okay, this ice cream sucks. So if you ever visit their headquarters in Vermont in the US, out back they have the flavor graveyard. And this is where they have a little tombstone, a little grave for every kind of ice cream they developed that failed completely. And this is just to say that, you know what, for instance, there's a pear ice cream. I think that sounds delicious. It lasted from 1997 to 1997. Nobody wanted their stinking pear ice cream, okay? So what do? They say, oh my God, that's so embarrassing. We created an ice cream nobody wanted. They say, no, we need to celebrate, because the only way to have great ideas is to be free to make mistakes. So that is something I really urge you to do in your workplaces. From now on, when you make a mistake, you don't go, oh no, I made a mistake. You go, yes, I made a mistake. And celebrate. That's maybe more of one of the advanced ideas, I don't know. So that's one thing that definitely makes us happy at work is results, knowing that I create meaningful progress. The other one that is equally important, it only takes two things to be happy at work. The other one is relationships. Results and relationships. And relationships is when you like the people you work with. I like my coworkers, I like my boss, I like my clients maybe, I like my suppliers, I like my employees if I'm the boss. That is absolutely vital to us. That good mood, that level of respect, good communication, a sense of humor in the workplace, knowing people not just as coworkers, but knowing them as human beings, all of that creates great relationships in the workplace. And that is absolutely vital for us. It's almost impossible to be happy at work if you don't like the people you work with, because you're going to spend so much time with them. So how do we create great results? Well, let's try it. Please stand up. Yes, another stupid exercise, I know. And this is about something very, very simple. It's about saying good morning when you come into work in the morning. And a lot of people don't. Isn't that true? They just come in, sit down, start working. And I think that's a shame. So I know this sounds stupid, but let's practice how to say good morning. And there are many ways you can say good morning. Let's say you came in early, you're at your desk, you're at your computer, you're writing this really important email, you're completely focused, and a coworker walks by behind you and says, good morning. And without looking up, you just go, Meh. So let's try that. Without looking at the people next to you, say, Meh. Yeah, that's not real good. That was a level 1 good morning. Let's go to level 2. On level 2, you actually do say good morning, but you still don't look at people. So say good morning to the people next to you without looking at them. Morning. And that's not real good either. So let's go to level 3. On level 3, you must look at the person you say good morning to. It's not enough to look at him. You must briefly make eye contact and say good morning. You don't need to do this, okay? So make eye contact and say good morning to 3 other people. Go. Morning. Yeah, awesome, much better. Now we're cooking. This is good. Okay, let's go to level 4. On level 4, it's not enough to say good morning. You must add something extra. You can say, good morning, it's nice to see you. Good morning, that's a beautiful necklace. Good morning, how are you this morning? Or whatever you can come up with, okay? So on level 4, make eye contact. Add a little something extra. Say good morning to 3 new people. Go. Yes, awesome, thank you. And finally, on level 5, you must also touch the person you say good morning to. You can shake their hand, you can clap their shoulder. If you want to, you can hug, but only if you want to. Okay? So on level 5, make eye contact, add something extra. Touch the other person, say good morning to 3 new people. Go! Awesome, thank you. Please have a seat. Yes, you did that very well, so please give the person next to you a high five. You rock. And you may be thinking, wait a minute. Praising people, giving high fives, celebrating results, celebrating mistakes, saying good morning. Isn't that incredibly banal? Isn't that just silly and stupid and simple? And you're perfectly right, it is. And that's why it works. One of the really interesting findings that have come out of the happiness research in the last 20 or 30 years is that the stuff that really makes us happy, that really makes us feel good, is incredibly banal and simple and stupid. Something like one of the most effective things researchers have found that you can do if you want to be happier is to sit down every night and make a list of 3 good things that happened that day. I mean, how stupid and simple and banal is that? But that is why it works, because it affects our minds, it makes us happier, and it's something we can all do. So what if we decided that, you know what, yes, we want to be creative in our workplace. Yes, we want to be happy. Yes, we want to be productive. Yes, we want to make more money. But most important of those is that we want to have a happy workplace. And let's create one together. And what if it doesn't work? What if you do create a happy workplace and it doesn't make you more profitable or more creative? Well, at least you're happy, right? So let's do that. Let's start here in Scandinavia. Let's take it to the rest of the world. Are you with me? Awesome. Thank you.